Have you ever wondered what makes the difference in quality of people's financial life? Why do the rich get richer and the poor get poorer? Why do people who work throughout their lives, people having their sweat and blood in to earn money but are barely able to make a living? If you watched my last episode, I shared how 80% of people will just have a comfortable life, but when they are old, they will have to work all their life to earn the money, and it's only 5% of people who are gonna be financially free. What makes people do what they do? Welcome to another episode of Rich Beyond Your Wildest Dreams. I am Anshul Bajaj and I am an All India rank holder, chartered accountant turned entrepreneur, and I am on a mission to help people be rich and financially free in their life. In today's episode of my podcast, we are going to talk about financial literacy. And what do I mean by financial literacy? So आपने कभी ऐसा देखा है कि लोग अपनी पूरी जिंदगी काम कर रहे हैं, लोग जॉब्स कर रहे हैं, लोग बिजनेस कर रहे हैं, एंड द पर्पज ऑफ डूइंग अ जॉब और पर्पज ऑफ डूइंग अ बिजनेस इज मोस्टली एंड मोस्टली टू अर्न मनी, टू हैव अ गुड लाइफ, राइट? ट्रू और ट्रू. बट इतना आयरॉनिक है ये चीज that whenever we are in school, whenever we are in MBAs or colleges, we are never even told what's the mindset we need to have around money or even how to manage money. मतलब मैं चार्टेड अकाउंटेंट हूँ एंड वी आर टोल्ड हाउ टू मैनेज कैश फ्लो ऑफ अदर पीपल, बट वी आर नॉट टोल्ड हाउ टू मैनेज आवर पर्सनल फंड्स. How ironic can that be? And that's what financial literacy is. And it's what something Robert Kiyosaki talks a lot about. He says that a person can be very highly educated, but he can still be financially illiterate. And in fact, that's what the book Rich Dad Poor Dad is all about based on. His rich dad is highly educated person, but he's financially illiterate. He makes wrong decisions when it comes to money. And that's what we're going to talk about in today's episode. So but before moving forward, the first thing that I want to ask you, and again, it's like a check on you. Have you analyzed what is your mindset about money? Have you given a thought about it? What are your beliefs about money? See, your mindset about money is it's like the land. It's like making your land fertile. So can you grow your crop in an infertile land? A land which will not gonna give you the harvest. So no matter what you do, आप कितना भी कुछ क्यों नहीं कर लें, जब तक आपका माइंडसेट मनी को लेके एम्पावरिंग नहीं है, जब तक माइंडसेट सही नहीं है, इवन इफ यू अर्न लॉट ऑफ मनी यू आर गोना लूज इट ऑल. एंड इफ योर माइंडसेट, योर थर्मोस्टैट about money is absolutely clear, it's towards it's attracting money, then you will get rich no matter what. People like Donald Trump, people like Walt Disney, who lost all what they had and again gone on to become billionaires. How does that happen in this world? It's because their mindset about money is very clear. So I'm gonna urge you again to go back to my first and second and third episodes and clear your beliefs around money. Clear your beliefs, get them straight in your head. The next thing is, have you started managing your money? आपने अपना जार सिस्टम, मनी मैनेजमेंट सिस्टम स्टार्ट कर दिया है क्या? See, no matter how much I tell you, no matter how much things you learn, until you go and take action and massive action, the results in your life will not shift. The results in your life will not shift. So, even the first step in money management kya hai? It's about taking your 10-15% out and giving it to your future self. That's the only way to be financially free. And it's coming from 1929's classic book, Richest Person in Babylon. I've told you so many times the same thing. बट अभी भी प्लीज, अगर आपने मनी मैनेजमेंट का फंडा अभी तक आपने अपनी बकेट्स नहीं बनाई है, then please go on and make your funds, because it's the action that's going to take you closer to the results. Yes, true or true? The next thing is, when it comes to being rich, there are three things. You want to get more money, you want to manage money, the money you get, and you want to multiply it. And agar ye teen cheezein, so it's a very broad thing, but if these three things, if you get a master control over them, how can you get money? How can you manage money? And how can you multiply the money? Then you are rich no matter what, and that's what everyone has done it. And we are gonna systematically talk about all the three. Money management we have already been discussing. But before going there, you know, I just want to take one step in this backwards in this episode and talk about financial literacy. So a lot of people whom I meet, and they think that to be rich you just need to earn more. To be rich, I just need to earn more. So if I am in debt, then I need to earn more to pay off those debts. But the truth is, it's these three things you need to understand. Obviously, you need to earn more money, so you that is get more money. But the most important of them is how do you manage what you have? How do you manage what you existingly have? And how do you channelize it in a way that it's multiplied? Put it in some investment that it's multiplied automatically without you being even there. So that is the importance of financial literacy. The next thing is, and this is coming from Warren Buffett. So we talk about being rich, we talk about being financially, we talk about financial freedom, but the truth is, do you really want it in your life? Because if you want it, if you want to be rich, if you want to be financially free, you'll study about it, you'll read it. Do you know Warren Buffett, by the age of 11, he had read 100 books on money management, on investment. So anything that you want, anything that you want to be, you just go about and learn it. Yeah. So if you want to bake a chocolate cake, you go on the internet, search for the recipe of the chocolate cake, and if you put the exact same ingredients in the exact same quantity, and you make the cake just as the person told you to, do you think that there's a chance that you'll make the exact same cake? Yes. So the point I'm trying to make is the path of success, the path of being rich has already been traveled by so many people. It is just about how you can learn that from these people, learn the positives, learn what mistakes they did and you don't have to do it. And if you just learn these things and travel on the same path, you're gonna get the same results. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. But the most important thing is learn. And the ironic part, like I shared in the beginning, is that our schools, our colleges, our professional institutes are not teaching us how to be financially free or how to even manage our money. So people go on to be very highly educated, but they go on to make the worst financial decisions of their life, putting off money where it's not gonna give them any return, and eventually it's gonna go down. So just learn financial literacy. There are so many books out there, so many videos on YouTube, so many courses. Learn from the people who have already done it in their lives. Don't reinvent the wheel. Let's begin in the content portion of today's episode, and that is, what is an asset and what is a liability? What is the difference between an asset and what is the difference between a liability? So an asset is something which puts money in your pocket, and asset is something which puts money in your pocket, and a liability is something which takes money out of your pocket. So anything which puts money in your pocket is an asset, and anything which puts money out, which takes money out from your pocket, is a liability. So the difference between asset and liability is what we have even been told in our CA has been that anything that can be converted into cash is an asset. जिस चीज को कैश में कन्वर्ट कर दिया जाए वो एक asset है, या जिस चीज से वैल्यू मिले वो एक asset है. But the real truth is, if that thing puts money back in your pocket, it is an asset, and if it takes money out of you, then it is a liability. Don't you think it's so logical? After reading this book, Rich Dad Poor Dad, before that I've never even thought about it, because a lot of my decisions I was taking thinking that ये तो मेरा asset है. For example, taking a land, putting all the money in all that land, the mortgage payments, and then getting nothing out of it. And now I realize, how is it even an asset? How is it an asset? Because I don't know when it's gonna sell, what valuation it's gonna come, and when it's gonna come. So I want an asset which immediately puts cash in my pocket, which starts giving me cash flow. That is an asset. What do you want to know why rich get richer and poor get poorer? Do you want to know that? So Robert Kiyosaki says that rich people acquire assets. Rich people acquire assets. The poor and middle class people acquire liabilities, and that they think are assets. तो रिच लोग असेट्स खरीदते हैं, वो असेट्स उनको इनकम देते हैं, उस इनकम से वो और असेट्स खरीदते हैं, और असेट्स और इनकम देते हैं, एंड दैट इज द नंबर वन रीजन रिच पीपल कीप ऑन गेटिंग रिच रिच रिच. द पुअर एंड मिडिल क्लास पीपल ऑन द अदर हैंड, दे बाय लाइबिलिटीज जो उनको लगता है कि उनकी असेट्स है, बट बिकॉज दे आर लाइबिलिटीज दे टेक मनी अवे फ्रॉम देम to fill up the gap. So they acquire a liability, that like liability takes money away from them. To fulfill that gap, they have to put in more hard work, they have to take more loans, maybe an education loan, and it is this circle, vicious circle, puts them in the place of keeping them poor and middle class. That is why people who work even throughout their lives are not rich as they would like to be. They don't have as much money as they would want to have. Are you getting a sense of it? So, rich people acquire assets. The poor and middle class people acquire liabilities, which they think are their assets. For example, I'll give you another example. So my friend when we qualified CA, he got a good job. And immediately 6 months into the job, he got his own car because he loves cars. So he got his own cars, and now every year since the time he bought, his loan started. So every month he has to give the down payment. He has to give the EMI for the loans, and then every 3 months he had to got the car serviced. And then he met with an accident where even after the claims, he had to spend some insurance claims. He had to spend some amount. And that's what started, and now that car, which was once a thing he used to love, became something which was taking cash from his pocket every month. And now to meet that cash flow, he has to even search for a very higher paying job, or maybe start his own business. So that is the difference which makes between an asset and liabilities. A lot of things that we think are assets might not be so. They might not be so. So this is the typical cash flow pattern between a poor person, a middle class person, and a rich person. A poor person has a job. The job gives them the income of a salary. With that salary income, they meet their expenses of their household, their rent, their clothes, the food, transportation, mobile, their taxes. They with the limited income they have, and after meeting the expenses, they are not able to have any asset or liability. So they are not able to buy an asset. They don't even have a liability. They are just stuck. So every month they earn money from their job, they pay all the expenses, and then they are left with nothing by the month end. The middle class people on the other hand, and middle class people are people who are highly educated. These are the people who got their degrees from big colleges. They are the ones who did professional education. So they are in very high paying jobs now. Their monthly salaries, or even in businesses, their income level is good. Their income level is high. So they go for a job. From the job, they get a higher salary. And with the higher salary, they buy on assets which they buy liabilities which they think are assets. A typical example of mortgage loans, car, credit card, shopping for higher things which even gives them credit card loans, education loans. And these loans then start taking money out of their pocket, and now the person who was high earning suddenly has a very tight cash flow in his life. You know how many people of you realize that no matter how much money you earn, your expenses suddenly catch up with those income? Do you true or true? Do you it's like money is elastic. The more you earn, your expenses tend to increase because you are buying liabilities which you think are assets. And the truth is that middle class people are really barely able to have assets, or maybe have a very few assets in their lives. Yes. And the finally coming to rich people, and this I shared with you, that rich people buy assets. They buy real estate, which gives them rental income. They buy stocks, bonds, they buy intellectual properties from where they get royalties, dividends, and this income. And from this income, they buy more assets. And with more assets, they get more income. And from where do rich people meet their expenses? They meet expenses which have been generated by income of the assets. वो लोग काम करके जॉब की इनकम से अपने लाइफ एक्सपेंसेस नहीं मीट कर रहे हैं. दे हैव देयर असेट्स, दैट असेट्स गेट्स देम इनकम, एंड फ्रॉम दैट इनकम दे डू देयर सर्टेन एक्सपेंसेस. Yes. So I have now in this episode one action point for you. I have one action point for you, and that action point is you have to make your net worth statement. आपको ना अपनी नेट वर्थ की स्टेटमेंट बनानी है. आपको लिखना है कि आपकी क्या क्या असेट्स हैं और उसके अगेंस्ट में क्या क्या लाइबिलिटीज खड़ी हैं. और ये करने के बाद आपको ये देखना है कि इनमें से कौन सी ऐसे असेट्स हैं जो मुझे कैश मेरी पॉकेट में दे रहे हैं, और कौन सी ऐसी चीजें हैं जो मुझसे कैश ले रही हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इफ यू आर मेकिंग अ नेट वर्थ स्टेटमेंट, डोंट पुट योर कार इन दैट. Even if your car can be sold for a realizable value, don't put it because it is taking money out of you. So make your net worth statement. Trust me, this is a very powerful exercise. आपने ये कर लिया ना, आपको बहुत clarity आ जाएगी. And clarity is power. Clarity is power. So make your net worth statement. Put your assets and liabilities on it. And now circle the ones which are actually giving money in your pocket, and just put a cross against the ones which are taking money away from you. Are you willing to do that? Are you willing to do that? Yes. So thank you so much for watching this episode. Comment below, let me know what you felt. Thank you.